Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, Jay Briggs here. I'm back. I was out, didn't listen this day to day, then questionable. I'm in tonight though. I'm in. And we looking for the win, man. Money making Wednesday. Glad to be back. Glad to be back with the guys, man. Ready to talk some sports. Money making Wednesday. We got a ton of action today. We got a solid NBA card, solid college hoops card. Um, I got to talk about some winners and losers that I missed from this past weekend. There was a lot of shit that happened, man. A lot of loser shit, a lot of winner stuff. Um, Playoffs on the horizon, man. Tomorrow we got the college football playoff, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Roof, franchise. Appreciate you hosting over the last couple of days, man. How you doing today? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, you forgot to mention that you actually had the out indefinitely designation for a little bit there because we didn't know what was going on. But I'm happy you're back. It didn't feel the same. There was only so much of Costy I could take before I had to just be like, I need to have some normalcy back. But like you said, it's a good card today. College hoops, we had a great card yesterday. Good solid card today. A little bit more mid-major action on the board today, but still plenty of games. Like you said, we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff that's going to be happening. Another loaded weekend of action. So I'm ready to break it down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And y'all know it's Wednesday. Wednesdays with Romanelli, man. It came early last night. Oh my God. Oh.
He knew he wasn't going to be able to play tonight, so he wanted to, like the best player in the NBA, wanted to show up with the buzzer beater heard around the world.
Yeah, y'all know me. I love my plus money dogs, man. I had Jazz money line instead of grabbing the points. Sexton hit that three, man. I'm banging my chest. I'm like, okay. And then full court ice tray, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. On the wee hours before Hawk Romanelli Wednesday. What's happening today, Romanelli? How you doing?
Well, I wonder if that game ended. It must have ended Eastern time, right? So midnight Eastern time.
It might
so maybe it was a Hawk Wednesday win for Trae Young.
Might have.
But I'm doing good. I think it's a strong college card and a weak NBA card, but that's just my opinion. And I can't wait to see what you guys think.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, let me see what happened this past weekend that I missed. Kansas City, bro. I'm mad at y'all, bro. I'm mad at Kansas City, bro. I'm mad.
The Chiefs?
Yes.
For what?
Bro. They were supposed to play. They were supposed to play.
Yeah, you had any expectation they were gonna compete in that one? Carson Wentz.
He wanted it out of spite because he wanted to see Joe Burrow in the playoffs.
Man.
Of course, but Carson Wentz ain't gonna get you there.
Joe Shiesty, man. Hell of a season. You're my MVP in my heart. The MVP battle race is interesting. I'm interested to see how the voters vote. If I was a voter, all BS aside, I would probably vote Joe Burrow. But forced to pick between the two leading candidates, there's a legitimate argument for both. Personally, I would probably still go with Lamar Jackson. Shout out Josh Allen, man. Shout out Josh Allen. Hell of a season. But I just think pound for pound, I think Lamar was the second best quarterback in the league behind Joe Burrow. I understand that the Josh Allen had to overcome a lot of losing a number one wide receiver. James, not having. I would say they had a solid run game, better than people give it credit for. But shout out Josh Allen. I think this was probably one of the more closest races we've ever seen. Personally, I wouldn't be mad at a split decision. I know they're not going to do that. But I would give it to MVP. I would give it to Lamar. Saquon had a hell of a season too. Shout out Saquon. MVP is a quarterback award though, and it's turned into a team award. I thought we were just playing for who played the position. I mean, Joe Burrow can't he tried to overcome that ugly defense he had over there, but if we're going by the numbers, it's Burrow, man. If we're going by the numbers, that's what I'm saying. And I'm just keeping it consistent. Remember, last year I was arguing Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott had better numbers than Lamar Jackson had last season. Remember. So I'm just keeping it consistent. This is not me. There's no hate for Lamar. Shout out to him. I think he deserves it. No hate to Josh Allen. Shout out to him. Josh Allen did beat the 2 number 1 overall seeds this season. So that's on his resume. I get it. It's a tough race. Somebody got to win it. I don't like everybody pinning them against each other. I want to celebrate them both. But I would probably get a slight edge to Lamar. So there's that. What else happened? I think that's it. Anything else will probably pop on my head as we go on. Playoff matchups. Any of the playoff matchups intrigue you guys in the NFL?
I'm just pulling them up right now. I completely blanked on them right now. It's the Steelers-Ravens rematch. I think it's going to be interesting. I know it's in Baltimore, and Baltimore's a tough place to go on the road and compete even in the playoffs, but it's still a division rivalry. Especially it's a Mike Tomlin team in a division rivalry in the playoffs. So I think that one's going to be interesting. And I kind of want to see the dynamic of what the Eagles have if Jalen Hurts is going to be 100% going into that game. So obviously it's a key aspect of it, but those are the two. I think there's something to look at for pretty much every game, to be honest.
Really, that's Sunday night.
Well, I think we got 2 rookie quarterbacks on the road in their first playoff games, and as you may know, rookie quarterbacks, I think specifically on the road, but maybe just in general in their first playoff games, are miserable against the spread, and not too much better straight up either. So Daniels, Bo Nix. However, also making his playoff debut, Sam Darnold never played a playoff game as a starting quarterback.
Oof.
So, it's whether you think he has a lot of experience, but he's never had playoff experience. Something to think about.
It's something to think about. Saturday we got 2 quarterbacks looking for what I think they're the first playoff wins in Justin Herbert and CJ Stroud. 2 young up and coming quarterbacks. Everybody wants to enter Herb in that top 5. A lot of people want to enter Herb in that top 5 conversation. Just let's keep it consistent, man. I need to see some playoff success, Herb. I need to see some playoff success. This is the same Justin Herbert who's had 1 playoff game, and they played the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm sorry. That is who they played.
Ooh, that was a tough one.
And they lost. And they had the lead.
What were they up by, 30 points?
I forgot what it was. It was something drastic, though. Let me see. Let me look it up. What was that? Charge.
Back up what Ron was saying. Inexperienced quarterbacks on the road, 12-19-1 against the spread when they're away from home. So about, 40%?
What was it? 27-7?
What's that?
I think that was the score in that game. It was 27-7, and then they scored 3 points in the second half and lost 31-30.
Oh, the Charger game. Yeah. I remember that.
It was against the Jags in their playoffs.
Oh my God, how far have the Jags fallen off?
Man. Something to keep an eye on, man. Something to keep an eye on. The game I would say I'm most excited for, I would say they're all good games. I would probably go Packers-Eagles. Reason Packers-Eagles, man, I remember this like yesterday. It was NFL opening weekend, and we were all standing in circle. All of us. It was me, Mitch, Roof, Big Al McMorty.
I had to console you I
We-
had to,
Oh, man.
we were standing at the edge of the bar.
Pathy, Micah. It was all of us because we had just left dinner at Circa
Yeah.
at Barry's. And Eagles.
It was the Brazil game.
Yeah, it was the Brazil game. Eagles Packers. It was coming right down to the wire. Sports book is full. Everybody got their tickets in hand. Everybody watching the game. I think the Costi was there, of course. My bad, Costi. It was coming right down to the wire. I think I had like I forgot what it was like. Probably like it was the last leg of my parlay for probably like
I remember
7,000. I had like a $7,000 parlay. Last leg was Green Bay.
And then Jordan Love goes down, and then Jay sees Malik Willis warming up, and he's like,
and Mitch is sitting there, man.
Here's the best part. Carrie, she's just sitting there playing the Wizard of Oz slot machine, not paying attention.
Smacking, no.
Going on.
Carrie's sitting there. Carrie's sitting there on the slot machine, right? We sitting there, all standing right there, watching the games. You know, they got the TVs. Carrie's sitting right here on the slot machine, smacking, going crazy on
like
the
$500 jackpots, like bonus games, like left and right, like it's going out of style. Man. And then I have to like give Jay my shoulder to cry on when Malik Willis gets sacked at the 40.
Skinny Malik, man. So yeah, that was Packers Eagles, man. That was week 1. We were in Vegas. I remember that like yesterday. So I'm excited.
I thought that would have been the one you were least excited for because it brings up PTSD.
Nah, I need that back. I need it back. I'm back on the pack again. I'm just letting y'all know I'm gonna be back on the pack. Go Pack, go. That game was weird because it was that slippery field. You know that.
Yeah.
It was Karate Kid. This is Carrie. Oh yeah, that was the game.
Right. I thought it was Wizard of Oz. That's right. It was Karate Kid.
Yeah, Karate Kid. Yeah, she was going crazy on that Karate Kid.
Yeah, I'm not seeing comments. What the hell?
It was from the Pig Dogs account.
Oh, I'm saying I'm not seeing any. I wasn't seeing any comments at all.
No.
There you go. No, I'm just in the YouTube comments now.
No, I think the Eagles win the game. I'm just saying I'm on the Packers plus the points. Is what I'm saying in that game. I think the Eagles win it, but I'm back on the Pack plus the points for sure. Go Pack, go.
My Super Bowl champion. Did they lose in the first round?
You got the Packers?
A few weeks ago, yeah. I said I put a stab on the Packers.
Okay. It wouldn't shock me if they won it outright. And they did shock NFC East team in the first round last year. Sadly, the team won't be named, but you know, we'll see. We shall see. My Super Bowl champ. So Romanelli said Packers. Y'all know who I said. I've been saying it since day one. 3-peat. Chiefs Kingdom. That's where I'm at. Roof.
I'm sticking with the Lions.
Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I know it's probably like the public player, but I don't care. I love his team. I like Dan Campbell. Just like he's just got like the I don't give a shit attitude. He just does what he wants to do. And see, the thing is, though, I would say the Ravens if the playoffs and the Super Bowl was only one round, but unfortunately the playoffs is more than one game, and I don't know if Baltimore's going to have more than one win. So,
any dark horses y'all like?
The Packers.
That's they are a dark horse. That's a good
one.
Y'all know
the Bucks aren't going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, y'all know Tampa.
Maybe it wouldn't shock me how bad the NFL is these days. Mickey Mouse NFL. I mean, the NFC I just think is wide open. I mean, I think that's the key there. I mean, the Lions, as dominant as they were, their defense is always a question. the Vikings, Sam Darnold. I mean, I don't trust him. We saw him in a big game last week, and he was horrible. The Eagles have the injury concerns.
If I had to throw out a dark horse, I might say the Rams.
Yeah,
Trying to catch fire at the right time. Matt Stafford's obviously got the experience.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, I would say my dark horse is Tampa. And then my favorite is the Chiefs. So I'm rocking. See. All right, fellas. Anything else you want to talk about?
Nothing for me.
Costi, I'm not worried about Lamar. Lamar got to show me, man. He got a gauntlet too. So what? He got to go. It's who they got this week? The Steelers, divisional rival. Oof. That was probably the worst draw y'all could have gotten. Then after that,
Lamar is a favorite of more than 3 points.
Man. Then after Lamar only got one win against the Steelers, and that came this season. Oof.
I'd take the Steelers over the other teams. That could have been an option. Steelers.
I would have rather played the Chargers if I were them.
Steelers lost the last 4 games of the season.
Yeah, even more reason why they dangerous. That's dangerous.
They call that bottom of the market.
Man, I call that dangerous.
I call it terrible. They scored less than 20 points each game.
I mean, I get it. Yeah, they did play terrible, but that's why they dangerous. I still just when you think they done, boys. I've been seeing a lot of people say they got Steelers as their dark horse to go on a run. Wouldn't shock the hell out of me. Wouldn't shock me. Wouldn't shock me. But so they got Steelers. Then I think after that, right, it's the Bills, and then it would have to be Pat Chiefs more than likely. So, man, Lamar, if Lamar wins the Super Bowl this year and goes through that gauntlet, I give you all the credit in the world, bro. But you got to go do it, though. That's the thing, Lamar. You got to go do it. You got to go do it. That's been my story with Lamar for the last couple seasons. I don't have no critiques. Only thing left for Lamar to do is go win that bowl. At least get there. So, but that's that, man. Let's keep it rolling, fellas. Let's talk about today. Let's make some money today. Money making Wednesday. Let's start our day in college hoops. Solid card today, fellas, man. We got Loyola, Maryland on the road at Army. We got Navy on the road at Holy Cross. We got UConn. Dan Hurley on the road at Villanova. We got Loyola, Chicago at LaSalle. We got DePaul at Seton Hall. We got Coastal Carolina at App State. We got North Kentucky at Youngstown State. Alabama at South Carolina. Ole Miss at Arkansas. I probably should have stopped at 5:30 because that 6 is huge. We'll do a couple into the 6. So we'll do Presbyterian Utes, SC Upstate, UNC Cashville versus Longwood, Winthrop versus Gardner Webb, High Point versus Charleston Southern, Colorado versus UCF, and Florida State and Miami. We'll do those. Hopefully, I caught that.
I just go by time slot. So
I know.
And even the time slots are Texas time, so
I kind of split. I split that 7 Eastern time slot in half. Is what I did. We could do the full 7 if you want to. We could do it.
Let's just do the full 7 and just do the full 7. We'll just highlight the big games, and if there's anything smaller, then we'll just mention it.
By the way, I think the Chiefs lose their first game of the playoffs. I didn't get to say it, but I think the Chiefs are out in their first matchup. We'll see. Uh-oh. I like those chances a lot better if Houston wins. But
think Houston gonna go in the Arrowhead and get that done?
I'll be on the money line of either Chargers or Houston.
I'm gonna be laying the points on the other side. Richmond and George Mason, Fordham and VCU, St. Joseph's and Duquesne, aka Duquesne's Nuts, aka Duquesne. Dayton at UMass, the Romanellis. Murray State versus Northern Iowa. I don't like Drake against Bradley. Lehigh versus Colgate. American versus Mitch's alma mater, Boston U. Lafayette against Bucknell. USC versus Indiana. Cleveland State versus Robert Morris. Milwaukee versus Purdue. Fort Wayne, a.k.a. Wayne Scotts, a.k.a. PFW Changs. We got West Carolina versus Wofford. East Tennessee State versus Mercer. And last but not least, Furman versus the Citadel, a.k.a. There we go. Now, Roof, what we got on there?
All right. Well, 3 things that are for sure in life: death, taxes, and DePaul shitting the bed in Big East play. I'm taking Seton Hall here. I know Seton Hall, not necessarily the prettiest team to watch, but they play good defense. They're physical. They frustrate teams. DePaul might be without 2 of their better players, Enright and Skogman, in this game. Seton Hall, like I said, they just frustrate teams. I think they're going to frustrate DePaul here. Give me the Pirates laying the points there. And just go through here. I'm going to take Dayton against UMass. I just think Dayton's the far better team. I just don't see UMass having enough offense to keep up here. I think Dayton wins that one by like 15 points, even on the road. So give me the Flyers laying the 10.5 on the road.
For me, I think Loyola Chicago ends its losing streak on a 4-game skid right now, but I think they're the better team by a good margin against LaSalle. So I'll lay the points with Loyola Chicago. I will take UCF for a bounce back. They got crushed, I think, by 50 points to Kansas the other day. Now they're laying 7.5. I think it's a good bounce back spot against a Colorado team I think's been overrated all season. I like East Carolina to snap its losing streak, get a win over Temple. I like the Fordham Rams plus the points against VCU. I'll take St. Joe's over Duquesne. Duquesne's definitely been playing a lot better recently than they were at the beginning of the season, but I think St. Joe's still the better team there by a good margin. And that's it for me.
I'm on Villanova. I think they're favored over UConn for a reason at home. I think this is just a tough spot for UConn. A team that we've seen struggle, not in their own home gym. So I know they have a couple nice solid road wins, DePaul, Butler, but that's not Villanova. It's not Villanova. I think Villanova beats them up today. Give me what's Villanova's mascot?
Wildcats.
Wildcats. Yeah, that's what it is. Wildcats. Give me the Wildcats. Chris.
Is Southern Illinois playing in that time slot? Is that why?
Something else.
I'm trying to I'm trying to go through it. Give me a sec here.
Chris.
Hold on. Let me look. You're on Duckanese. No. Okay. Worse?
Worse.
You're taking DePaul.
DePaul?
I'm taking DePaul, man. Let's do it.
DePaul. Sorry, this doesn't count.
It's like the SpongeBob.
I couldn't say that on the live show.
Man. Oh, I mean, last week was just terrible. It was the same thing, right? Against UConn.
Yeah, I'm on DePaul, man.
DePaul's going to be UConn outright. I don't like Dan Hurley because he's complaining about the non-conference tournaments.
He's a cotton-headed ninny muggins. I don't like him.
What's up with Seton Hall free falling though? Like, it's two sides of the coin. I understand how trash DePaul is, but it's like You got to talk about the other side of the coin. And the other side of the coin is Seton Hall has not played deserving to lay 3.5. They just haven't.
How? I mean, DePaul, you can take them if you want. Go ahead.
Nah, I mean, I think today Seton Hall's the sharp chaser special, man.
They beat VCU on a neutral floor.
The boys 5-9. You know what I mean? They 5-9, and they lost 5 straight.
And there's a good chance that might be 5 more wins than DePaul has in conference play this season.
I'm on them Blue Demons today, man. I'm on them Blue
Just
Demons.
for reference.
Hold on. You know what? No. Here, I'm gonna send you something, and I'm gonna just it's okay. Keep going. I'm gonna just give me a sec here.
You want to know the 2 meetings that they had last year? 86-62 Seton Hall and 72-39 Seton Hall.
72-39.
Yep. And that was a home game for DePaul. The Demon Faithful.
Y'all know I be fading the hell out of DePaul, man. I'm Mr. Fade DePaul, bro. I am. Come on, let's do it, Blue Demons. Come on, man. I just need to cash one time with them, and then I'm be back to fading them. Today's the day. We cash. Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. I don't want to see this. Sorry for anyone who doesn't see it just yet, but I'll if I get permission, I'll post it. I just texted it to Jay, and he'll know immediately.
Let me see. You can bust it.
Okay. You forget about that? Like, hold on.
I did forget about that.
Give me a sec. Hold on. I'm grabbing it. Oh, shit. Hold on. I got to do something here. Give me a second.
That's funny, though. I give you that one. That's funny. I did say those words. It's okay, though. It's okay. I'm back on them today. I'm back on them.
Okay, give me a sec.
And we might as well go outright money line.
Oh, my God. Do you like kicking yourself in the nuts? Like, I don't get it.
I do. I'm on Arkansas against Ole Miss. I know they just had a terrible game the other day with Calipari. Was going off on them boys. Talk about he was questioning some of them worth ethic and things of that nature. Some guys didn't even want to play. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, that's not a good sign. But I think after that, calling them out in the media, I think this is a good lock-in spot for them against a ranked opponent. A team that, has played a lot of games at home. Last time we seen them on the road, they got throttled by Memphis. Wouldn't be surprised if Arkansas beat up on them today as well. What else I like in this slot? I lean towards UNC Cashville plus the points. I lean towards Presbyterian laying the points. I mean, no. Sorry, I lean towards UC Upstate plus the points against Presbyterian. Give me Florida State outright money line against Miami. I think I forgot what it was. Let me see. On the 7 free picks in just 5 minutes, it was Florida State has won 6 straight games at Wasco Center. So I'm keeping an eye on those for the betting tools this morning. What else in here? It's a good slot. I think that's it for me though.
Are you gonna post it, Chris?
I did. I was waiting for him to finish. I was just waiting for him to finish talking. So Jay also thought this about UConn, that it was DePaul UConn. And then we get this. I don't want to see this if this happens again today, okay? I'm just saying. Some people never learn.
Oh, man. They almost fake covered though. What was it, like 12.5, and they lost by 13?
They did. They almost covered that, but then they came out and really showed some spirit, losing to Villanova by only 44 points.
Today's the day, man. Today's the day.
You said on New Year's.
I know. Sad. We'll see. Let's keep it rolling though, man. Let's keep it rolling. We got where we stopped. We stopped at 7 Eastern, 6 Central. I need to get with the times. It's an official petition out to change.
We've got actually a change.org petition going. There's about 50,000 signatures on it right now.
Yeah. So go sign up, please.
To what? For what?
To officially change Eastern Standard Time to Central Standard Time. Standard.
It's the other way around. We're not doing this for you. The 50,000 people are in favor of Eastern.
Change the world for the most irrelevant part of the country.
No, it's the most relevant. It's the Central. It's like everybody right there.
Just because the one state that's bigger than everybody else.
Of course. And the world revolves around Texas. Y'all don't know that?
That's what we call orbit. That's what I've seen some of the people in Texas, and they call it orbit.
I thought everybody knew that, man. That's the problem. We got the Salukis. There them boys go. Against Belmont. Belmont land 10.5. St. Bonnie's on the road at St. Louis. Indiana State at Valpo. Illinois at Evansville. Butler at Providence. Georgia Southern at Georgia State. Texas A&M at Oklahoma. Arizona State at Kansas. Let's do the rest of the card.
Yeah.
Penn State at Illinois. San Diego at Gonzaga. Rice at North Texas. Virginia Tech at Stanford. South Dakota State, Jackrabbits, at St. Thomas. Kansas City at Omaha Air Force at San Diego State. And Virginia at Cal. Bank shot breakdown. Romanelli, what you got for me?
Yep, gave out Cal on the bank shot breakdown. I like the Cal Bears there to bounce back and win that game. I also think Kansas, another blowout win for them today. I'll lay the points with the Jayhawks. I'm going to take Oklahoma, Jay's team. I don't usually take the Sooners too much. One of my biggest plays of the year was on Alabama over Oklahoma on Saturday, but I'm expecting a bounce back here for the Sooners. They're a better team than what we saw. That was a bad matchup. First true road game of the year against a fast-paced team. Now you got the opposite here against Texas A&M. Slow-paced, bad shooting team. You got to make sure you get those defensive rebounds. That's the only concern for me with Oklahoma. Probably the thing that stopped me from making it a premium was the weak defensive rebounding numbers, but I think Oklahoma's good enough.
Okay, Romanelli, finally starting to see the light, man. I'm on them Sooners today. I don't think I bet that game on Saturday. I think I left it alone. Because it did kind of look like a bad matchup to me too, but I like everything you said there. I think it's a solid bounce back spot for them. This morning when I was doing 7 free picks, Penn State has beaten Illinois 4 straight games. Penn State has beaten Illinois in 4 straight games. You're getting 450 now on Penn State money line. I know it sounds crazy. I know, but I'm just saying, maybe worth a sprinkle. And I'll grab the points with Penn State. Let me see what else I like up in here. I like give me. No, that's really it. Or give me San Diego State and laying the 20. They always seem to beat up on Air Force. And I don't think it stops today. Air Force is not good. San Diego State. Roof.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over in St. Thomas and South Dakota State. Maybe even in Kansas City on Omaha as well. I do like Kansas City in that game, though. Summit League overs this season are 7-1 in conference so far. And these are just teams that usually like to light it up anyways. I mean, South Dakota State and St. Thomas could easily score well into the 80s on both sides in that game. So give me the over in South Dakota State, St. Thomas, and Kansas City, Omaha. I also like Kansas City in that one. They're on a nice run of form right now. Wins and covers in 6 straight. Ever since they got Jamar Brown back in the lineup, he is huge for that team. So give me Kansas City. I'm not a believer in Omaha. I just think that defense isn't very good. I'm with you guys on Cal. I just can't get there with Virginia. I think Cal's going to protect in the basketball, and that's what you need to do against this Virginia defense. So give me the Golden Bears. And I'm just looking through, seeing if I missed anything. Yeah, give me Valpo against Indiana State. Valpo's playing well. I know a lot of their covers have been in the underdog role. I think they're 5-0. I think to start conference play against the spread. So I'll take Indiana State plus. Excuse me. I'll take Valpo over Indiana State laying the 3.
Anything you might have missed, whole card, Romanelli?
No, but somebody asked Ruffalo what his Final Four was. I'm interested to hear what you think.
Final Four. I'm going to go Auburn.
That was going to be my first one. Tennessee.
After last night?
No, I think I can't get there. I'm going to
Tennessee.
Yeah, I can't after yesterday. I think that once you take them out of Thompson Boling, they're not the same team. Auburn, Florida. Kentucky. I think it's going to be SEC heavy, to be honest. The SEC is so good this season.
We say that every year, though, and they fail in the tournament.
That's true. No, that is true. That's true. Houston.
What about you, Jay?
I think if I had to take one out and put a different one in, I would take out Kentucky and put in Michigan.
Any long shots? Dark horse?
Arkansas. Arkansas is in mine. I'm telling y'all, Calipari gonna get it done. Then give me Iowa State. This year, they might be my champions this year. I think I had them last year. I forgot. I gotta go back and look. But I'm back on the Cyclones this season, and then it would probably the other two would just be Auburn, Tennessee for me right now. It's early still, so still some time to figure it out. But that would be my.
Two surprise teams I think could make the tournament, maybe win a couple rounds. I'll get to a Final Four dark horse in a sec, but West Virginia and Georgetown. I think both those teams are legit. West Virginia somehow found something. I know they got crushed by Arizona yesterday, but when they get Tucker DeVries back and Hansberry healthy, Darian DeVries has something in Morgantown. I think West Virginia is going to be good again. And I think Ed Cooley's found something with Georgetown. Second year Ed Cooley. He's had his chance to get his guys in, implement his style. They're playing really well. They gave Marquette all they could handle yesterday. So maybe that's it. And maybe that's who I would throw in for another spot for the Final Four if I had to take out an SEC team is Marquette. Final Four dark horse. Oh man. It's tough because a lot of the teams that you probably expect are near the top. And Ron, what's it's something there's been a trend for like the national champion for each of the last few years. Something has been like top 20 in offensive and defensive efficiency on Ken Palm or something like that.
Yeah, it's around there. I think it's a little bit you have to be better offensively, but I think it's like a 27, top 27, something like that. If you're outside of top 50 in either category, you haven't been a team to make it.
Dark horse I'll go with is Clemson.
I
think Clemson, they've got a lot of balance, a lot of experience. And I think it's going to be a team to watch in the ACC as well. So yeah, Clemson would probably be my dark horse. For
me, last year I was on Purdue. Almost got there. Almost. UConn was too much. But my Final Four would be Florida, Iowa State,
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Duke, and Baylor.
The Bears. The Bears in the eight.
Auburn.
What do you say?
Auburn. You don't like Auburn?
I think Auburn's very capable, but I really think Baylor is going to find its groove late, and it's going to make a run. They got the experience, great coaching. So Auburn, I think they'll be in the mix. I think they'll Elite Eight, but for me, the dark horse, a real long shot because they're not even guaranteed to make the tournament, is Louisville. If you give Louisville a chip in a chair, the style that they play and the coaching they have, dangerous.
I do like their coach. I do like Louisville's coach a lot. He just seemed like one of them coaches that didn't do too damn much, but them usually coaches that,
Well, that's what Pat Kelsey had one losing season. It was the first year he was a head coach at Winthrop, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And he's had like winning seasons since. It was at Charleston and Winthrop, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And the first year at Winthrop in 2013, he had a losing record. Every season since, he's had a winning record, regardless of where he's been.
Yep.
Closest he came was 2022 in Charleston, where he went 17-15. But after that, it was like 20 wins, 23, 26, 24, 23, 31, back-to-back tournament appearances for Charleston. So
Keyshawn Pryor going out for the season really hurt their chances, but they're aggressive. They take a ton of threes. They force tough shots. Good rebounding team. Aggressive defense. Fast-paced. That's exactly what you want for like a dark horse. And they're 4-1 in conference play so far.
But I think the big thing for Louisville in conference is that they're starting to hit the threes. Because season long, their three-point numbers haven't been good.
Mm-hmm. You look at their ACC numbers, they're 8th in the conference in three-point shooting. So,
like right now, they're 29.8% overall.
Yeah,
and
but in conference, it's 36%.
Yeah, so if those shots are falling, because that, like you said, that's Pat Kelsey's game. Shoot a ton of threes. Let's see what's in the last two seasons with Charleston, they were 17th and 8th in 3-point attempt rate. So he kind of developed into that coach that wanted to see a ton of threes.
A team I think is one and done, Illinois, just because it's too young. Arkansas too. Arkansas probably doesn't make the tournament, right, Jay?
Final Four.
Final Four. I say no chance. How's that for you? Mitch would say that. No shot. No chance.
St. Mary's going to be the 5 seed that goes out again against the 12.
Oklahoma or Arkansas going on a run. One of them going on a run.
I could see Oklahoma before I could see Arkansas.
Arkansas, no shot. They're too young. And Calipari's not a coach. He's a recruiter.
Recruiter to coach's body.
Exactly.
Works the couch like nobody I've ever seen.
Oh, man.
He did. How many NBA players is he?
He did.
Found?
Crazy though, but that I actually kind of agree. He's more.
I was gonna say he works the coach better than anyone I've ever seen. Then he talks to the players.
Stop sleeping on my Arkansas boys, man. They're going on a run. Let's scoot on over. Let's skate over. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I think one team that is probably not gonna make it that a lot of people might think will, BYU.
Yeah, don't give up on the Cougars.
I know. I'm starting to like BYU was my play of the day yesterday. I was just really up. Texas Tech was slicing and dicing through them. Darian Williams was crushing them in the second half.
Where was that game at yesterday?
It was at BYU.
And Texas Tech beat them up? Damn.
Yeah. 71, I think it was 72-64, 72-67, something like that. But
weird. They're not the same regular schmegular Texas Tech where it's like at home, cold, on the road.
I was thinking to myself, I'm like, BYU off the blowout loss, coming home. Texas Tech, not necessarily great on the road. Second straight game at altitude. I thought they were going to crush them. And then, it didn't pan out like that. And BYU they couldn't get back in the game. It was back and forth for like the first 35 minutes. And then the largest lead was 5 points with like 5 minutes to go, and then it started to balloon. It started to get bigger. So, anyways, sorry.
Are you good? Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. I'm glad to be back, y'all. I'm glad to be back, man. That sickness kicked my ass. I hate being sick. I'm like a baby when I'm sick too, bro.
Me too. Yeah.
I don't want to do nothing. I barely. I just want to grab
The
a
worst for
blanket.
me was when I had COVID and I had to do videos. And it was just like, I'm talking, I'm like trying to keep it going, but I'm like coughing like every minute and a half. So I have to stop the video. I'm like, oh my God.
Shut down when I get sick, bro. I don't want to do nothing. All right, y'all. Let's skate on over to the NHL, the National Hockey League Association. No, I'm just playing.
For a second there, I was almost going to go with it and be like, yeah.
Just let him talk. He's having a good time.
Yeah.
NHLA.
He's got a lot of pent up things to say.
Man, the NHLA, man. Let's do it. We got the Canucks and the Capitals.
Oh no, is that going to be the new bit, the NHLA?
HLA, man. The Avalanche and the Blackhawks, the Panthers and the Coyotes, and the Flames and the Kings. I'm up. Only thing really here for me is the hockey club, the Coyotes. It's really the only thing here for me today. Small card. Just an attack on some plus money. The hockey club has been serviceable this season. The Panthers, they are the better team, but I think, the line kind of tells us what we need to know here. Panthers just lost their last road game. Hockey club really need a bounce back game after losing 4 of their last 5. National televised game tonight. We on TNT with it. Give me Arizona. They're still in Arizona. Give me Arizona, man. The Coyotes. Chris.
Yeah, I hate to break it to you. I think it's going to be all chalk today. I honestly do. I was trying to get there with Utah, but they've lost. I think it's. Let me just pull it up here. I think they've lost 6 of their last 7. The bulk of those, they've scored 2 goals or less, and even then, they were at. They're back at home where they're 5-7-4 this season. Yeah, it's for whatever reason. It's like Utah in the last year in Arizona. They played better on the road for whatever reason. Now it's now Utah's just struggling at home. Florida, almost identical records home and away: 12-7-1 on the road, 12-8-1 at home. So I go Florida, and I'm taking the Capitals in regulation on the puck line. The Senators for me are just a no-go. They've lost 7 of the last 9, and the thing about the Canucks was that you could always say, well, they can at least win games on the road. Well, in that 9-game stretch, they're 1-4 in road games. The Capitals this season 11-2 off a loss. They've only lost back-to-back games twice this season. So
why did that line look like that in that hockey club game? As bad as they playing, as good as the Panthers are, why? You know what I mean? Like they don't that line.
Yeah, no, I understand, and I'm not. I don't blame you for looking at it like that. I'm trying to see if there's like a back-to-back situation or.
No, they last played on.
The thing to take away from it is that Utah lost to a bunch of good teams. So
on the road
where they're still 12-8-3 this season too. Like if you look at that 7-game stretch I just talked about, it was working backwards. At Dallas, they beat Calgary. At Edmonton, at Seattle, home against Colorado, home against Dallas, home against Anaheim. They're going to be competitive. I just think that Florida gets it here. But it wouldn't surprise me if Utah won this game.
Fair. Romanelli, any pucks for you tonight?
No pucks.
No pucks for the Don. All righty. That's it, man. Let's scoot on over to the NBA, the National Basketball Association. The National Basketball League Association, the NBLA. Now that one don't got the same ring to it. National Hockey League Association.
Can't spell lead without NBA.
NHLA just kind of roll off the tongue. You know what I mean? Like the B in the basketball kind of throws off. You know. Anyways, first two games we'll talk about. Man, we start the day off with a.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Man, we start the day off with one of them ones, man. Arguably game of the season. We have the two best record teams in the NBA, the two best ATS teams in the NBA, Cavs and the Oklahoma City Thunder buddies. Cavs have won 10. Cavs record versus the West this season, 10-0. Thunder record versus the East this season, 11-0. Cavs record last 10 games, 10-0. Thunder record last 15 games, 15-0, man. The number one seeds are going at it tonight in Cleveland. Man, I'm excited for that one. And we have we'll do
The
Washington Wizards. Yeah. We'll do Washington Wizards and the Philadelphia 76ers. Roof?
So the lock for that Thunder Cavs game is minus 5,000. Me sitting on the couch watching with a bag of chips, because that's exactly what's going to happen. I can't. I want to get there on the side, but like you said, there are just so many things you can make a case for both sides that I'm just going to leave it. What I am going to do is I'm going to take the under 221.5 in Philly, Washington. Just so many pieces missing from both teams at the top. Philly at least has Tyrese Maxey, but that's not enough for me to lay 10.5. But I don't trust the Washington Wizards with any amount of points, because we've seen them get blown out in less spots than this. 27, I believe it's 27 losses for the Wizards this season, 25 losses by 10 or more points. Yeah, no thanks. So give me the under, because I don't trust either one of them in that one.
From Ellen.
Tough. I'm not proud of it. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm going to take the Cavs.
Wow.
I don't want to hear about it.
Wow.
Just move on.
Wow. I did not see that coming.
The third best team in the East gets a win tonight. Give me Cleveland.
Wow. I did not see that coming.
You
I'm
could
proud of
actually
it, like I said.
you can actually see how angry it made him.
I know. You can see the steam Loki coming off.
You can see the vein popping out. like the hat's actually moving. Like, oh,
Yeah.
come on.
I need somebody to console me. Dallas Keuchel. I'm angry. I don't like. I can't take.
I think
this
his ERA
Cleveland hype
just went up
anymore.
a little bit.
Yeah, I know. But I just think that Cleveland, for me, 18-1 at home. I think they take better shots, and I just think they're too much. I think OKC has the better defense. I think Cleveland has the more potent offense.
And I know it's going to sound weird, but I think if Chet was in this game, I think I could be talked onto the Cavs, because I'm worried about the size inside as well for Cleveland.
Thunder buddies for life.
Oh, wow.
Thunder buddies for life.
This is nothing new. Jay was looking for a game to fade the Cavs for the last 2 weeks.
The thing is I'm really not. I mean, I am. It's sad that it has played out that way, but I'm really not. But man, I gotta take the Thunder here. Money line. It has to be done. I'm just taking the better team. Taking the better team. Taking the better team that plays the better defense, that has the best player on the floor. Ultimately, the reason why I don't have the Thunder going to the NBA Finals is because
my favorite team is in the Western Conference.
No, it's because they have to beat a team that has a player that is the best player on the floor, and that's in Dallas. But in just about any other game, any other series, any other game, Shea is the best player on the floor. And he's my MVP right now, currently in the NBA. He's my MVP right now. And I think ESPN game tonight. I think eyes will be on the NBA tonight. Wednesday, there's no football on tonight. I think people are going to be tuned into this one. And, these are two teams who I don't think people watch enough. I'm glad this game's on ESPN tonight. These are two teams who I genuinely don't think people watch enough. And I think this one going to come down to how many Thunder games come down. And that's just Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wills his team to a dub when it's all said and done. He gets to that mid-range and he just, man, there's nothing for me to say here to discredit Cleveland. I have nothing to discredit Cleveland. Somebody got to lose here, though. And it just feels to me there's not too many teams better than Cleveland right now. I think the only two teams I would say that are just bona fide better than Cleveland is Boston and Oklahoma City right now, currently. I do think Dallas is of that ilk, but they're so banged up and injured right now, it's hard to talk about them. We'll be back. But right now, I think Oklahoma City is the better team, and they have the best player on the floor, and they play the better defense. Thunder Buddies for life. Wizards, Sixers. Roof, that's a hell of a stat. I wish you would have gave it to me yesterday. I took the Wizards plus the points yesterday. They were competing. I was like, oh, okay, Wizards, and then they got aired out. So that means this game is going one of two ways. Either Philadelphia finna blow them out, or the Wizards finna win money line. Which more is crazier in my mind is Philadelphia laying 10.5, no Paul George, no Embiid. So you know where that puts me? On the Washington Wizards outright on the money line. Let's do it. I'm just saying. Roof, give me the stat one more time. Give me the stat.
So 27 losses for the Wizards this season. 25 have come by 28 losses this season. 26 have come by double digits.
So only 2 games they've covered the spread. You know what I mean? But they do
got.
It's
not even that they covered the spread. It was just that they didn't lose by double digits.
Oh yeah, and how many wins they got this year? 7.
Actually, let me do the count. Let me do the count on that. Oh yeah, no, they did because it was the Spurs they lost to by 9 and the Knicks when they lost to them by 4.
Man,
everything else has been either an outright victory or a double.
You could really play it both ways if you're just dying for it. You could really lay the points with the Sixers and then take Wizards money line and still come out ahead, like technically. Kind of, if you play it the right way. But I'm going to just take a Wizards money line. I'm not Sixers laying points, especially double digits. You're asking for it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Give me Wizards outright. Let's keep it rolling. Got the Bulls, your Chicago Bulls, out on the road facing the Indiana Pacers and the Toronto Raptors facing the New York Knicks. Romanelli. Did you go first?
No,
Chris did. So yeah, you're up. Your Knicks.
I wonder what I'm going to take here. The Knicks have on a 3-game losing streak. Had the bad blown lead against OKC, and then the embarrassing losses to follow. But now they're back in the Garden, laying double digits against one of the best underdogs against the spread in the league. I think Toronto's in. I think they're in the right direction as a franchise, and they're going in the right direction. But not here. I think the Knicks earn the blowout win and cover. I like taking teams on losing streaks that are big favorites. And that's what we see for the Knicks. These teams played not too long ago back in MSG, a 14-point win for New York in that one. And that was despite losing the fourth quarter by 15 points. So they were up already by, just under 30. Their largest lead was 33 points. Even taking their foot off the pedal, they still covered the giant spread. I think that's going to be the case. I don't think they take their foot off the pedal, but I think they're going to cover the number.
Say it with me, Romanelli. The Knicks are
the best team in the East.
Overrated.
Second best team.
And overvalued. I thought that's where we were going with
it. No, second best team in the East.
Oh, man. The delusion from you Knicks fans. Sadly, I actually like them today as well. I'm going to lay the points. The Raptors, home underdog. I can rock with them. Knicks, though, kind of like Romanelli was saying, off 3 straight L's, bounce back spot at home. This is kind of a flex their muscles. Ooh, yeah, the Knicks style spot, So just don't want to overcomplicate it. We seen them beat them up, 14 last time in New York. Probably something similar here. I can look at the Raptors in Toronto on the road, though. Not really. So I hate it. It's still Jay versus the Knicks, but it's a solid spot for them today. Honestly, I don't think they're overrated and overvalued today. I think the line is like right where it should be. So small lean on New York. And in the other one, give me the Pacers. They're back. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all don't gotta believe me. You know what I mean? I told y'all a month ago, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, a week ago. The Pacers are back. I know that their full season record is 19-18, but you got to remember how terrible they started the season. They're starting to show me those same signs and tendencies from a season ago when they were the best offensive team in the league ever in NBA history. You don't just fluke into something like that. You know, you actually have to earn something like that. I know the Bulls have been playing well. They've won 4 of their last 5 against some good teams as well. But I think the Pacers smashed them like they did earlier this season. I think in the NBA, sometimes some teams just don't match up, and the Bulls just don't match up with the Pacers. I think the Pacers throttle them here. I'll lay it here with Indiana. Chris?
We're gonna sweep it with the Knicks here. You know, I love my Raptors, and they backdoored the Knicks when these two met a couple weeks ago. But even though the Knicks burned me with the outright loss against the Magic, I'm still going with them. The problem with the Raptors, and I've said it before, they dig themselves into early holes and just sometimes have trouble digging themselves out. You know, you go back to that Knicks loss by 14. They've lost games by 29, 54, 9, and 24. 1-4 in their last 5 road games, all 5 losses by double digits. The Knicks 6-2 against the spread when they're laying at least 12, and Toronto's just 4-7 as a double-digit dog this season against the spread. So, give me the Knicks laying the points, and I lean towards the Pacers as well. The Bulls played their better basketball on the road, but I just don't see it. I just don't see it here. I think the Pacers are the better team. Now, I would like to see if Tyrese Halliburton was playing because he is questionable. At least he was at last check. So, yeah, I'm still seeing he's questionable. So I would lock in Pacers if he was good to go, but still seeing questionable. I only lean Pacers.
I like Pacers with or without Halliburton. I think this is going to be crazy to say coming from me. He's now the most overrated superstar in the NBA. I'm sorry, he is. Just call him a spade a spade. He might not even be the best player on his team no more. I think it's
a year ago you would have.
Never
thought you would have said that.
I never would have said that. But you know, you grow, you watch games, and you change your opinions, and that's just the truth of the matter. I like him; he's a really good player. But right now, man, he in that slump. You know what I mean? He disappears in games sometimes. You know, we were asking that question: is he like the best guard in the East? Now I think he's kind of slid back to where he was. Halliburton deserves to be on a better team. No, he doesn't. He's on the right team for what he does. He just got to hoop. That's all it comes down to. He got to hoop. I love Halliburton. He's one of my favorite players. I just got to be real. I got to be real. He got to play better. It's on his shoulders. If he's going to be that, you know, bona fide all-star like we said he was last season. Remember, this is the same guy that was on Team USA with all the superstars, him and Tatum. You know what I mean? Like, he's of that ilk. We're supposed to be looking at him in that light. He ain't been playing in that light. He's been kind of playing in that. I would say he been kind of in the. He been in like that tier 2 bucket for me this season. He ain't been in that tier 1 bucket. That's all I'm saying. Keep it rolling. We got the Pistons and the Nets and the Pelicans and the Blazers. It's me. Trailblazers money line. Trailblazers money line. Line tell me everything I need to know in this one. Everybody watched Zion come back last night. Ooh, yeah, look at Zion. Oh, my God, he's back. They still didn't cover. Despite all that, they still didn't cover. I stayed in the house of disappointment last night. Shout out them boys, man. the Pelicans are just an outright fade, and we're just going to keep fading them until given a reason not to. The Blazers have beaten them 2 of 3 games this season. I think they make it 3 or 4. So the Blazers have been the better team this season. This line don't even make sense. It don't even make sense. So I'm not trying to make it make sense. I told y'all what I thought the Sharp Chaser special was in college hoops. This, I think, is a Sharp Chaser special today in the NBA. I'm on the Blazers. And if you land 8.5 with the Pistons on the road, you're asking for it. You're asking for it. You're asking for it. They're a solid team, much improved from last year. They're 500 right now, 18-18. I think they're like 18-17-1 ATS for the full season. If you're laying 8.5 points on the road with the Pistons, you're asking for it. I'm on the Nets principle alone. Not saying that the Pistons aren't playing well, not saying the Pistons aren't the better basketball team. I'm just saying, and I know the Nets have been playing bad, but the Nets still profitable this season as an ATS team, getting points out of my back pocket, a good, healthy number. Detroit got to show me. I'm on the Nets. Roof.
Yeah, the only one I like here is the Blazers. Yeah, like you said, Pelicans just keep finding ways to lose. It doesn't seem to matter what changes go through with this team. They always just disappoint. Maybe we got to open up a new house of disappointment, like a second location in New Orleans. But yeah, the Blazers, I think, can win this game. Sure, CJ McCollum's not going to shoot 1 of 14 again like he did last night, but I think the Blazers find a way to get it done there.
Don.
Tough. I'm going to lean slightly to the Blazers, but really these are not my favorite games. I mentioned at the beginning of the show, I think this is a weak NBA card. Yeah, not my favorite, but I'll lean towards Portland.
Last 2 games, Clippers, Nuggets, Spurs, Bucks. Roof?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the
line in that Nuggets game is coming down because it looked like Jokic's game time decision today. He did not play last night.
Yeah, I'm still going to go with the Clippers. I know Denver, best record on no rest in the NBA this season, 6-1, but I'm still maybe it's out of spite because of the Nuggets, pulling that garbage with Jokic yesterday. But yeah, I'm still going to stick with the Clippers here. I think they're playing well enough they can win this game on the road. Even if Jokic does play, who knows how long he's going to go for? It's an illness, so that can mean anything at this point. You could have the runs. I don't even know what it is, but yeah, Clippers for me there. And I'm going to take the Spurs and the points. I think this is just a case of, once again, the Bucks being overvalued. They're just lost 3 straight outright, 1-7 against the spread in their last 8 games at home. San Antonio 5-1 in their last 6 of the road. Dogs 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 on the road overall. I think if there was a money line play for me today, I would go Spurs money line. The Bucks.
Romanelli.
Give me the Nuggets. I think they bounce back. I honestly thought, even though they gave up 118 points, which is not great, I actually thought their defense played well outside the first quarter in that game against Boston, who is the best team in the league, minus your best player. I didn't think it was as bad as we've seen. I mean, we've seen some terrible defensive performances from Denver this year. I think about that game against Cleveland where they just could not get a single stop. They gave 150 points. But for me, I still think the Nuggets offense can be very potent. They played well on no rest. They're playing at home where, supposedly they play stupid, dummy, crazy. Who knows if that's the case anymore? But I think they bounce back and win this one. So I'll take the Nuggets at the cheap price. I honestly rather Jokic not play because we'll get a cheaper price.
Nuggets, man. Do they still go stupid, dummy, crazy at home, man? We asking that question. I think we find out tonight. I'm on the Nuggets as well. Roof set 6-1 this season on the back end of a back-to-back. 6-0 recently. So I think they lost the first one, and then since then they've ripped off 6 straight. So I'm on the Nuggets, man. They just ball on the back end of the back-to-back. It's kind of weird. And they're at home where I still trust them. It's going to take a lot for me to fall out of favor with the Nuggets. Clippers, solid team. Shout out to these boys, man. Shout out to the Clips. I think the Nuggets humble them tonight, though. I do. Hold on one second. The thing about the Clippers is like, I now think they're starting to become. They're gonna be back to being overrated and overvalued. Like it's real soon here. It's gonna be back to fuck the Clippers. Kawhi's back. So when Kawhi's back, the Clippers start to become overrated and overvalued. So it's just how it go. They overrate Kawhi Leonard. He's a good player, really good player, but he's not a money-making player. Like he's not a, if you get what I'm saying, like his impact on the floor is humongous, but it's not what the books value it as, is all I'm saying when it comes to the Clippers. So you got like 3, 2, 3, 4 points baked in. The Kawhi Leonard points is what I like to call them. I'm on the Nuggets. But that's it. That's all, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Roof, did you go? Sorry, you didn't go. Oh, and I didn't go. Give me Spurs Bucks. Give me the Bucks. I mean the Spurs. What am I talking about? Give me the Spurs. The Bucks are terrible. That's pretty much all we need to say. They failed to cover. I saw this on the betting tools as well. 5 games against the Southwest Division. Wemby versus Giannis. I'm gonna rock with Wemby tonight. I don't love it. Keep an eye on the injury report. Giannis is game time decision. The Bucks, quote unquote, move Chris Middleton to the bench. What's the name? Somebody starting in front of him, Taurean Prince. We'll see if that makes a difference. I don't know. I'm not betting Milwaukee no time soon, though. San Antonio, I know they've lost back-to-back, but wouldn't be shocked at all if they won it outright, like Ruffalo said. So give me San Antonio. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all the games for today, man. That's it. That's all. We covered it all. Money making Wednesday. Roof, what you got going on today over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, kind of off back-to-back winning days. Had a great day with college hoops yesterday. Got a bunch of packages. $15 play of the day for college hoops. Got that as part of a 5-pack. Got my mid-major money ball 3-pack that swept the board yesterday. 3 mid-major plays from college hoops. And also got an NHL 3-pack as well. So this is one of those days where if you hop on a 3-day or 7-day pass, it's actually less than buying each of the packages individually today. So make sure you check that out and use that promo code PICK at checkout.
Hop on with the franchise, man. Make you some money. He feeding the board well. Romanelli, what you got going?
Yeah, we're staying hot in college hoops. We are 102.67. That's a 60.4% win rate this season in college basketball. We've cashed, I think, 4 bank shot best bets in a row. Last night was the Florida Gators by 30. So looking to have another big day in college hoops. I got my bank shot best bet. I've got a separate 3-pack with 3 other plays that I really like, and looking to keep crushing it in college basketball.
Hop on with the Don, Ron Romanelli, and continue to make you some money. You guys can hop on with me. I don't have anything in there right now, but it'll be in there immediately after the show, so be on the lookout for that. But I got my NBA play of the day. We've been red hot on the NBA play of the day. We've hit 29 of our last 46. That's the play every single day I personally have the most money on. I like to bet 1 play a day heavy. Of course, I have multiple plays, and I do bet them as well. But the play of the day is the one. We did 29 of 46. You guys can hop on that play, or you can hop on a 3-pack or something long-term. Like the guy said, pair all of us up. We all seeing the board fairly well right now. Let's keep it rolling. A great week to hop on something long-term as well with NFL playoff action coming up. We have, of course, NBA still going, college hoops going strong. It's a good NHL going strong. It's a really good time, man. You're getting a great value for your buck right now is what I would.
7-day 3-capper, Roof, Jay, Ron. Sounds pretty good. Get a little bit of everything.
Yep. All across the board. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I know what time it is, though, man. It's parlay time. Oh, and college football, of course, starting tomorrow, baby. We back college football tomorrow, and Friday. So here's the thing. Tomorrow here in Dallas, we're supposed to get snow. We don't get snow often, but we're supposed to get maybe 3-4 inches. So the thing about Dallas is the city shuts down. We don't have the infrastructure for snow. And I'm serious. The city shuts down. Nobody goes anywhere. I know up there on the East Coast, y'all got the infrastructure for it. Y'all got the salt trucks and y'all got the road crews. Those are people's actual jobs. But because it only happens 1-2 times a year here in Dallas, bro, and that's not nobody's job. You know what I mean? So it's when it happens, the city shuts down. I say that to say it may be cleared up by Friday, but if you're traveling to the game, careful. And the ticket prices for the game have plummeted. I'm talking about nosedive. So earlier in the week, nosebleeds were $500. Right now, where you sit in the end zone front row for $450. I might go just because at this point, I was waiting to see if I was feeling better. I really don't want to get nobody else sick, but shit, see my Longhorns in action in the city. Come on, bro. Come on, man. I might gotta be there Friday. I might gotta be in Jerry World. We'll see. But parlay time, fellas. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Ruffalo, franchise, what you got for me? Ron, you want to tell him?
Damn it! You saw nothing. It was on. I was pantomiming. I was just going I was doing the kung fu dub.
Next time we'll talk over him and pretend we're gonna say things that we think he's saying. Good. Let's try.
I'm telling you, I was doing the pantomime I was in my box. Okay, 2-teamer. Spurs money line, South Dakota State money line.
Okay.
Give me the New York Knicks laying the points. Let's go back to college basketball. I had it written down and now it's gone. New York Knicks laying the points. The East Carolina Pirates laying the points. And the Cavaliers laying the points.
Wizards money line. DePaul money line.
Well, that probably was nice while it lasted.
Yeah, add one more miserable piece.
Let's get rich. Penn State money line. I mean,
Let's get rich.
If you want to get rich, that's a get rich parlay. I ain't gonna lie, and they all live. The Wizards live tonight. Penn State live tonight, and DePaul is live tonight. Man, I'm just saying.
Called the Diarrhea Trio.
It is, man. That's what we're doing.
I'd probably make a run to the betting window. That's for sure.
Hey, if it was easy, everybody would do it. You feel me?
There's a reason that nobody does it with DePaul.
I'm just saying, man. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Blue Demons. I'm rocking with y'all tonight. Either I'm waiting for
the text at 9 o'clock.
It's he goes one step further because what's the chances of DePaul winning a Big East game? Okay, let's take that and add it with the worst team in the NBA, and they have to win a game. And then what was the third leg? Penn State. That one, whatever. But
that's how it's done.
I'm gonna get the man. Sorry, the first one just said DePaul's ass. I'm an idiot. This one's gonna get DePaul's ass. I'm an idiot.
We shall see, man. I'm glad to be back, man. Glad to be back with my guys, talking some sports, trying to help everybody make some money on a money-making Wednesday. Jam session to be up after the show. Premium plays to be up here in a second. Check out 7 free picks in just 5 minutes. That's already posted. Check out the Bank Shot Breakdown covering 5 college hoops games every single day. Check out the Wraparound covering every single NHL game on the card on the daily. Check out Brad's videos covering half of the major games every single day. Every single sport. Ruffalo covers the other half. We got college football tomorrow. We got college football on Friday. We got one of the best football weekends ever coming down the pipeline, man. So be on the lookout for that with the college football playoff and the NFL. So be on them. Buckle up, man. Let's do it. We'll see y'all then. Any final words from you two fellas before we get out of here?
Let's get it.
Tomorrow's my birthday.
Is it really?
Ah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I'm gonna be sending you something.
Don't send me that parlay. Jay's parlay.
Hey, man, I'm just saying.
That's the sweater in the box. That's like the one thing you're just like, oh man, can I return this? It's gonna be a blue and red sweater too, like DePaul blue.
Oh God.
Jay, why?
I was trying to think of something funny to say. I couldn't think of it.
I know. I was trying to fill the void. I was trying to buy you some time. I just saw.
No, I was looking for something, but I couldn't. I can't think of that.
There you got nothing. DePaul does that to you.
Man, I'm gonna when we cash this parlay tonight. I just want everybody to come
you
back.
Cash this parlay. I will give you your flowers. I'll be like, damn, you called it.
If we cash this parlay tonight, everybody just come back.
But
to
if
live
DePaul ruins the parlay,
Imagine that. Imagine Penn State and the Wizards
the Wizards come in,
and DePaul loses 42-41. That's the classic Seton Hall basketball.
Yeah, 48-46.
Yeah, the most boring game.
Man, we shall see, man.
You do realize I'm just gonna go put in a bet of just Penn State money line and Wizards money line. Just explicitly leave DePaul out.
Man, let's see if we can make it happen tonight, man. Let's see if we can make it happen. Appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Money Making Wednesday. We'll be back same time, same program tomorrow. See y'all then. I ain't got nothing else for y'all, man. I'm out of here. I'm gonna take a nap. Peace.
Me too.